Hello and welcome to the 4th episode of Build a Better Broadcast podcast. I'm your host, Darin Plummer. We've got an exciting show today. It is our last show, so we hope you enjoy it. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Heroes Restaurant and Pub is a local legend that has been serving Warrensburg since 1981. Come enjoy one of our award-winning burgers or everybody's favorite, Heroes Onion Rings. Whether it's lunch or a night out with friends, satisfy your cravings with our mouth-watering food and refreshing beverages. Check out our daily happy hour and nightly drink specials, and of course, the Unknown Hero. There is a great experience waiting for you at Heroes Restaurant and Pub, 107 West Pine Street in historic downtown Warrensburg.
All right, welcome back. I got some fantastic guests with me today. I'm going to let you introduce yourselves. We've all been on the podcast at least once before, so everybody at home should know us, but let's give them a little refresher. To my right, I've got River. River, tell us about yourself.
It's me, River. Still a sophomore. Still going to UCM.
Nice.
Still majoring in DMP.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay.
Still alive.
Still alive, yes. That's a good point. And to River's right, we have Emily. Emily.
Hello, Emily. Still going here. Still taking this class. That's all.
That's a lot of information. To Emily's right, we have Jayson.
Jason still.
You're still going here?
I'm still going
Okay.
here. I'm still going here. Got a couple more semesters to go.
Okay, all right.
DMP, through and through. We're still rocking it.
Fun fact about Jayson, I saw him today walking through the cold. 2 cameras, 2 tripods.
Ouch.
I could go on and on, but he was just walking through, just hauling all this equipment across campus, and I'm pretty sure I heard him say something about screw DMP when he did it, but...
Oh, no. The words exactly was DMP, no better life.
There it is. I got confused.
That's what I always say.
That's what you always say when you're hauling a lot of equipment across campus in the cold?
No better life.
Speaking of the cold...
The cold.
We just finished all our fall sports. All our fall sports ended pretty much the same day. It was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Football lost. Really? Soccer lost the next day. Volleyball lost that day. And all their seasons kind of ended at the same time, which brings us to winter sports. And the winter sports that we cover are basketball, men's and women's basketball. What about winter? Are we winter fans? Do we like winter? What do we think of winter when it comes to like broadcasting?
Well,
Jason, never mind, Jason. No, you're the host. Go ahead, Emily. What do you say?
My bad. Okay. Well, what I was going to say is, me personally, I don't mind a little winter time. I like making snowmen. I like peppermint flavored things, Christmas lights, Christmas music. But the cold, no.
Oh, okay. So you want to you want to have like holiday season in Florida?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be ideal.
All right. No snow though.
That's fine.
You know, you have to have.
It has to be cold if you're building a snowman.
Well, yeah,
that's true.
But I'll make it out of something else.
You're just contradicting yourself.
Maybe.
Jason, what's your thoughts?
Probably for the cold weather, you get me 2 weeks out of the year. You get me Thanksgiving week, and you get me probably Christmas week. Other than that,
that's about it.
Get it away from me.
So, I don't know if we talked about it on the show or if we talked just you and I one-on-one, but you said something about a local establishment here in town is closing that you sang at a few times, Muddy Creek.
Yeah.
That's an outdoor venue, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever do any cold concerts out there?
I'd probably say the coldest I ever had to play out there was not so much a cold. It was probably in springtime, April-ish.
Okay.
And...
Raining, monsoon?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, all right. I didn't know what you were.
Storm came in.
He's like, actually, it wasn't cold. It was a beautiful spring day. I don't know.
It
Storm came in.
It was probably the coldest I've ever seen.
Storm came in.
There were puddles
and it was
everywhere.
just
Yeah, no, that can
Rainbows
cause
in the
havoc,
sky.
especially with equipment.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's even worse.
For sure. River, you a cold fan?
I actually do like the winter. I don't mind it because I like my bedroom to be a little cold. It's just a little more comfortable for me, and I like the winter clothing selection a little bit more.
Okay, yeah, you got that lumberjack look going on. Yeah, I don't know. Is that not right? Is that not accurate?
No, that's
okay. All right.
I see what you're saying. The red
Flannel
plaid.
life.
Yeah, okay. So we talked about winter sports coming. The only sport that we cover in the winter is basketball. We've had a few broadcasts under our belts. Mm-hmm. Fans?
Oh, yeah. I love basketball.
I will tell you, for you at home that did not watch our broadcast last night, which hopefully everybody watched our broadcast, because why not? Emily directed.
120 people did.
I learned.
Yeah.
I'm a person that likes to learn from my mistakes, and mistake number one is putting the Emily's on Director TD. Holy cow! Our producer Kenny, I'm going to give you a shout out. You didn't have to listen on the mics last night because you weren't there. It was crazy loud. No, he was there. Kenny was there.
He was
Kenny
on
was
Who am I
there.
camera
thinking?
3.
Cass wasn't there.
Cass wasn't there.
Okay.
Whatever, she
Our
would have
video
loved
tech.
it. She would have been a part of it.
At one point, Bryan,
She would've
our
been
audio
worse.
engineer, Bryan was like, "Can you all not do the squealing? It's making my ears bleed." Yeah. Sorry, Kenny. My bad.
He was telling me he
Darin.
enjoyed it.
He enjoyed
Kenny
it.
was
I
telling
mean,
me
you know-
I was being funny, which I always think I'm being funny, but
Yeah, well,
hot take, I
Okay.
guess.
sometimes it can be a bit
Anybody
much
else?
on the
Anybody
mic.
Yeah.
At one point, I think fake Emily was doing like some play-by-play or something. I don't know really what was going on with that, but it
She
was
was, yeah.
it was very loud. You were getting into it. I don't feel like we missed the shots though. I think we, unlike the Evangel team. Whoa, hot take.
No, that's not a hot take. That's the truth.
That is the truth.
What was the score like?
What'd they finish?
Yeah,
like
I mean, Jenny
that.
scored
12
over 100
points or something?
No, it's like 29, 102 to 29 or 34 or something. I don't know. Yeah. So sometimes when we're doing a broadcast, it can, it needs to be fun, it needs to be relaxed, it needs to be loose. But is there a point where it's like, okay, hold on, we need to dial it back and focus, or do you think that helps you focus to kind of keep it loose and be laughing and stuff? What do you think?
I definitely think that once, it's a better atmosphere when, everybody's familiar with each other, everyone gets along kind of deal. And
Kind of goofing
I feel like we
around,
have that
loose-
environment
okay.
here.
All right. River, what do you think?
I feel like it really just depends on like the director. I guess just their personality. Because I mean, me, I don't really talk a whole lot when I'm directing. I just say cut here. But like for people that are more talkative or something like that, it probably helps them just to keep their brain.
What if you're on
going.
camera? Do you like to hear the banter between the director and technical director? And
Yeah, or else it's just really quiet because
Just
those
really quiet.
headphones block out a lot of
they
the
do.
noise. So
They're not noise canceling, but
Yeah,
they
I like to
cancel a
know
lot
what's
of noise.
going on.
We're
Yeah.
only listening to you guys. so.
Okay, all right. Do you ever get lost in the sauce and miss your shot or anything because you're listening too much?
I mean, yeah, maybe a couple times.
So
I
there
get
can be a
distracted.
point where it gets to be too overwhelming.
Yeah. Like
Okay.
if I want to turn my mic on and say something and then I like miss something, I'll be like, oh, darn. But
Yeah.
Okay.
at least I'll get the
Yeah.
punch.
That's usually when I get lost is when it's something on my camera. I just want to adjust just the tiniest or just to turn
Okay.
my mic on real quick. Just boom. Oh, crap.
Yep, I was live. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. We have Thanksgiving break coming up. We have a couple freelance opportunities during that. We come back. We do a couple more broadcasts, and then we break for winter break. Knowing that basketball is kind of what we're doing we're going to hit the ground running when the semester starts. I think we have a home game on the 14th of January. Class starts like the 9th. So we're really going to be hitting the ground running. Is that something that you're going to look forward to over winter break while you're building snowmen? Are you going to be like, yes, we have a broadcast coming up when I get back?
I will be.
Okay.
I really
All right.
enjoy. Is it basketball
Yeah.
on the 14th?
Yeah,
Then
it's basketball.
I
It's going to be
love
basketball all the way
That's
through
right.
like mid-February.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that I'm looking forward to.
Yeah. Okay.
It's such an easy job.
Yeah.
I mean, not easy, but I guess when you're good at it, like us.
Whoa.
Honestly, the
hey.
games go by kind of fast too.
They
I feel
do.
like the basketball
They do.
game.
Well, you say that.
Well,
We've only
Yeah.
done single
Don't
game
jinx it.
broadcasts.
That's true.
When we start doing double headers, you're going to be like, oh my gosh,
true.
put me out of my misery. But it's not too bad. But that brings up a great question. If you're in a double header, so double header for you at home, that's say we have the women's game at 5:30, the men's game at 7:30, or 20 minutes after the women's game ends. Do you want to do the same job for both games? Do you want to move to a different position? Are you mentally prepared to be able to go from camera 4 to replay operator or director? Or do you just say, look, I'm on camera 4. I know what to do. I've done it the entire game. I want to just do it again. What's your thoughts, Emily?
I definitely see both sides. Like, if you get comfortable in one position, you might want to do it twice in a row. But me personally, I like having a variety, especially if I'm working a long day like that, having a double header. So, like, directing and then doing a camera or going from even just one cam to another, I feel like that'd be better for me.
Yeah.
Just because I like to change it up.
Yeah. So what I try to do is, with the exception of director TD, because I like I think it's beneficial, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I'll just lower your grade if you do, though. If you're TD for the women's game, it's probably easy to go right into the director position for the men's game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, I try to get, if you're in the trailer for the women's game, I try to get you out running camera for the men's game. And if you're running camera, obviously we don't have that many positions open to where I can get all 4 camera operators back in. So someone ends up moving from camera 1 to camera 3 or something like that. But that's good to know. I think it's, it's something we've done for a long time, mainly because it is seen as 2 events. So you need to have that variety of, positions that you're going to be working. So, okay. All right. You know what? I think it's about time we pay some bills. So we're going to take a quick break. Do not go anywhere. When we come back, we're going to talk about, should incoming freshmen take this class? Don't go anywhere.
Is there anything more important than your family's safety? Hi, this is Casey Lund from Collision Leaders. Cars and trucks today are manufactured differently, and not all body shops are certified to repair them properly. We've invested in your family's safety with the latest in cutting-edge technology and training. Go to any of our locations in Higginsville, Grain Valley, Odessa, Sedalia, Warrensburg, and our newest location in Marshall. Now with 6 locations, we can best serve West Central Missouri. Call Collision Leaders today in any market, or visit us online at collisionleaders.com, the crown of quality.
Heroes Restaurant and Pub is a local legend that has been serving Warrensburg since 1981. Come enjoy one of our award-winning burgers or everybody's favorite, Heroes Onion Rings. Whether it's lunch or a night out with friends, satisfy your cravings with our mouth-watering food and refreshing beverages. Check out our daily happy hour and nightly drink specials, and of course, the unknown hero. There is a great experience waiting for you at Heroes Restaurant and Pub, 107 West Pine Street in historic downtown Warrensburg.
All right, welcome back. Again, I've got Jason, Emily, River. We've had a great conversation about winter sports, and mainly basketball because that's what we broadcast. Kind of teased you a little bit when we threw it to break. If you knew an incoming freshman. As a matter of fact, Emily, I think I saw your brother sing national anthem last night. Is he a freshman?
He is a freshman.
Does he like
but
sports?
He has already come. He is not. No, he's no longer incoming. He is now come.
Okay.
But no,
all right.
to burst your bubble, he does not like sports.
He does not. Okay.
He's
just bowling. He's a good bowler. I've watched him.
He's
He's
a good
good.
bowler. Shout out Zach.
Yeah.
I'll tag him on Facebook when this
Nice.
goes up.
So, if you knew an incoming freshman, let's say there's a current freshman. They were an incoming freshman, and they're like, "Hey, how come every Saturday you have to leave and go shoot basketball or something like that?" What would you tell them to be like, you know what? It's a great opportunity. You should look into it. Or would you? Or would you be like, save yourself. Do not sign up for this class?
I'd definitely tell them it's a great opportunity just to get that experience and kind of venture into something maybe you're not interested in. Because I know a lot of freshmen come to UCM going into that undecided program.
Oh,
so I feel like
did.
I could definitely
Really?
point them
I was
out.
open options.
I was open options my second semester last year, so I feel like
y'all are going to make me steer this conversation in a different direction. But keep going.
We got to
But-
go around the table first. Then you
Okay.
can.
Okay.
yeah, it'd
All right.
definitely be something I suggest to them, especially for a bunch of the guys that come in like wanting to watch sports. Obviously, 'cause
Okay.
a lot of guys.
All right,
love
so you
sports,
would
yeah.
recommend taking
Yeah.
it. So even though it takes so much time outside of the classroom, you still think it's a great opportunity for
I
students
still
to
think they would get a good
experience.
experience out of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jason.
I love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
agree.
what's a good thing and what's a bad thing you would tell them? Like, you have to be 100% honest with them. You just can't sugarcoat it. That's my job.
The scheduling, it can suck at times. Like,
Yeah.
there's going to be parts where you're going to have to deal with a work schedule, a broadcast schedule, and, sometimes it's a family schedule, like with the holidays coming up right now.
Yeah.
I've just had to work with Kenny for a game, and then my work schedule, I don't even know what that's going to look like yet.
Whew.
And so and that'd probably be the bad thing I tell them, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I have a lot of enjoyment doing this
Good.
kind of stuff, and I feel most people who are kind of in an undecided area, I think it is a fun job to kind of pick up and see and just test out first. But if you
Okay.
like it,
Yeah.
I think it's definitely something
So
you could see a
let me
career
put you
in.
on the spot. Are you talking DMP as a whole or just the sports broadcasting class? Ooh, got him. Why don't you think about it? We're
Probably
gonna go to Emma.
sports.
Oh, okay.
Yep,
all right. You
probably
didn't
the
have to think
sports
about it.
broadcasting at
Okay.
like the beginning.
So do you think that this could pave the way for someone to go into D&P if they.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you would push the sports class, especially since there's no prereqs for the Intro to Sports Broadcasting class. So anyone can take it, and then
prereqs.
huh?
Now there's no prereqs.
Well, yeah. Oh, okay. What was the prereq before? Intro to Media Tech.
I don't even know what it said.
Oh, media
Oh,
tech.
well, you're talking advanced multicam
Yeah.
for next semester.
We had the same problem.
The Intro to Sports Broadcasting class. That's a whole nother deal. We won't get into that. It should be fixed. I'll.
Aaron's
plead the
making
fifth
it
on that.
hard for me and
No, not
for
at
us to
all.
Take this
It's not
class.
me.
I'm telling
You have to take it, but I'm going to make it really hard for you to
I
get
know.
in. We
I
have
had
to
to
take it or
text
I'm gonna
him
kill
to ask
you.
him. Had
Guys.
to ask him personally.
That's why.
That's not the case.
Gotta write
It's a
formal
long
letter to
story.
Darin to
We
get
won't get
in.
into it. I'll blog about it later. No, Emily, incoming freshman, your brother, for instance,
Right.
even though you know he wouldn't be interested, would you be like, man, you should really think about this?
Well, I would recommend this class to anybody. I think it's super fun, but I love sports, so
Okay.
I think naturally I just find it fun because of that. But advice that I would give to anybody taking this class, I would just say prepare yourself to take critique and not take it personally.
Ooh, from
That's
who?
a good
From
one.
me?
Because, well, yeah.
Ooh,
Because,
from-
well, listen, though. Not in
Okay.
a bad way, because you like your broadcast
Okay.
to be good.
I do.
You're harsh,
And
but it's good.
I
It's
do.
good because
Harsh?
you, not harsh.
What?
You're
no,
hard.
no.
Was that
I heard
us?
it. I heard it.
You're
Was
hard
that-
on us.
Yeah, but
You're hard on us, but it's
you
good.
laugh like harsh, like
Harsh like sounds bad. But
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
harsh.
I thought you were saying
yeah.
no.
Harsh in
I'm
the
worse
best
than
way
harsh.
possible.
No.
Like you set your standards high. If we're not doing it, you'll tell us.
Yeah.
And that's what I'll tell them. I'll just be like, he
Yeah.
wants it to be good. You got to be good. Be
well,
prepared
and
to
it's
be good.
You gotta be
Work
good.
it out.
hopefully I conveyed this throughout the first couple weeks of class, but you're exactly right. I'm going to push you. I'm going to tell you what you're doing wrong, but I feel like as an instructor,
That's what you should do.
that's what I should do, right?
Exactly.
Because if River, and I'm making up a scenario, River has never ruined a broadcast by any means, but if River just screwed up the main game cam, and then Emily couldn't use that broadcast for her demo reel or whatever, that affects everyone. So I feel like it's my responsibility to hold River responsible, because I wouldn't expect Emily to be like, River, do your job, although there's a time and a place for that. I think peer pressure and knowing that you're letting each other down, I don't know if that came out right, but that you're going to let someone else down if you don't do your job is important. But I think it's my job to make sure that I push you to do that. Hopefully, and I say this not knowing what y'all are going to say, but hopefully I give you the tools to be successful. Ooh, they're all looking at each other like, it's such, gosh, now I'm going to make excuses here, because
No.
it's so tough to teach you how to do something on a PowerPoint, and then try to take you there and be like,
Yeah.
okay, here's, take what you learned in class, because
Yeah.
until you actually get in your hands on it and do it, it's hard, And so I think I've said this before in a previous broadcast or podcast, but that's why I want to give you as much time before the game. I go early. Dylan and I, the student engineer, we run the cables. We try to do a lot of that tedious work. So when you get there, you set up your camera, you set up your tripod, set up your camera, and then you can just practice, get used to that camera. Find the sweet spot of how to follow the players and stuff. So, it's really tough to go from a classroom setting and reading a PowerPoint where I'm like, okay, camera one, this is your job, to getting thrown into the fire and actually having to do it. So, my hope is that if it's your first time running the camera, and I've got a big piece of glass between me and Bryan, so he can't throw anything at me. I think Bryan's second half was fantastic. I think his first half was great, but I think second half he got used to it. He knew what to do. He started following the ball. He had the framing of his shot a lot better. And I think that's what it's all about. As long as you get better and not worse, or if you do something quote unquote wrong the first half, that you don't continue making that mistake, then I feel like it's a success, right? I think that's what it's all about. We're kind of in a weird scenario where it's a learning opportunity, but we're also providing a service to people to be able to watch, and so that's what makes it tough. Speaking of that, is there any pressure knowing that there's thousands and thousands of people at home watching your broadcast?
I try not to think about the people watching.
I've never thought about that.
Yeah.
I still just think we're recording, we're
right.
just shooting for something.
Yeah.
Just for funsies.
Yeah, I feel like
Okay.
myself, I hardly pay attention to like the quality of a broadcast during a football game. I'm more going to pay attention to the content and like what's going on during the game. But
Right.
you can definitely tell the difference between a good broadcast and a bad broadcast.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And that's why I think it's important. I want to make sure that everyone is successful. And I think if every individual is successful, then holy cow, as a team, we're just beyond successful, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, kind of along those lines, since we're 2/3, 3/4, whatever, away through the class, what would you say is the first thing that you learned in class when it comes to broadcasting? Like, what's the one thing that sticks in your mind that you were like, I did not know that?
Well, I didn't know how to work that specific camera
Okay.
until this class. I hadn't taken any other class that used the cameras that we use, the Blackmagic Ursa Mini.
Broadcast, yeah.
For Frye. So just learning how to use that, how to set it up. Now I can set it up in 5 minutes.
Okay.
But that was the first thing I remember learning is
Okay. Jason?
where everything goes.
I'd probably say how many different jobs there are in the truck,
Okay.
honestly. And it's something that we haven't been able to, see a lot this year because we just haven't had that many in the class to where the entire truck's filled
Right.
to a full entire crew.
Yeah.
But, like, just at the beginning of the
There's
class,
so
I'll never
many
forget
positions.
learning every single, just the smallest things. And that's their own job for the entire thing. That just
That's a great
fascinated
point.
me.
Great point. River?
First thing I learned, rolling a cable.
All right.
Classic.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was
All
like
right.
a
Fundamental
second or third day of
skill.
class or something.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we went
That
out
was
to
a
the
fun day.
multi-purpose
That was a
building
fun
and just
day.
rolled cable.
If you can't roll
Yeah.
cable, you better roll on out of the
That's
door.
right. Roll on down the river,
You're out
as
of
they say. Okay. What's the last thing you remember learning? If River says rolling cable, I'm just going to get that. Like, is there anything specific, like, on your camera, like back focus or something that you're like, holy cow, I didn't know.
Actually, yeah. I would
Okay.
say that's the last fundamental thing I just learned how to do.
Back focus.
Facing the back focus.
Okay, so for you at home, back focus is, when you focus the camera, you zoom all the way in on a subject, you focus the camera, and then when you zoom all the way out, it should still be in focus, that the piece that you focused on originally. If it's not, your back focus isn't set. So sometimes those have to be adjusted depending on, what the camera was used last or if it got bumped in the case or something like that. So back focus is one.
Yeah, definitely. Not just because you said it. That genuinely is the
Okay,
last thing I
fair
learned.
enough. Yeah, I wasn't setting you up.
Getting to learn about the cables for basketball and just how we set them up in the multi.
It's extensive, isn't it?
Yeah, because, we were trying to figure out a way of rolling them the other night last weekend after the basketball game, and that was just insane.
It's extremely
it's crazy to try and get up and around, up and out,
So the multi-purpose building, imagine that. It's a multi-purpose building. So the track team uses it as well. And so we have to, roll our cables out for the game, roll them back up afterwards. And so person safety, human safety, we want to make sure our cables aren't just looped up and stretched across a walkway. So we have to make sure that they go, if it is a walkway, they have a rug over them and stuff like that. And so it is a very extensive job. I wish we could just leave them out all season, but it just doesn't work that way. Think of anything, River?
So I
Rolling
can't think of
cable.
anything. Yep, rolling cable was the last thing I remember. I guess everything since has just been a blur. A couple games here, a couple games
You're
there.
on replay tonight, right?
Yeah,
Have you done that yet?
yeah, I've done replay.
Yeah.
before.
Okay.
I
Well, I
still
guess
haven't done replay.
You
The
haven't done
last
replay?
new thing
Yeah, I've
was when I did
Saturday.
replay from
I'll
the
be on there
sideline.
Saturday. We'll see
last
that
weekend.
train wreck.
You what?
I did the replay from the sideline instead of like the truck. That was kind of different.
Okay, so you haven't done a replay from the truck yet.
Maybe once, I think.
Oh, he can't remember. That's the last thing he doesn't remember.
Only truck job
Yeah,
I've
I
done
think
is
so.
TD.
TD.
I've
yeah.
done TD a couple times.
Yeah, didn't I have you down to direct and you
See, and I was
bailed on me or
sick.
something?
Yeah, it was the first football game. It was the first football game of the season.
is TD.
I remember it.
Yeah,
I remember it.
yeah. My
First
fault.
football
Yeah.
game. I remember it.
Okay. No. All right. Okay, so that's good. Rolling cable, that's a good thing. Hopefully that's something that you continue to do throughout your career as you move forward. When it comes to sports broadcasting, do you think that you can learn specific items? Say you don't want to go into sports broadcasting when you graduate. are there techniques and things that you can learn that you can, maybe you want to be a cinematographer, maybe you want to do music videos, maybe you want to be working in a news station. Are there skills that you learned in the sports broadcasting class that you think that you might be able to move over into another field? I can think of one right off the top of my head, but
I can think of...
I'm going to see if you all...
The one I could think of would be, like, you could definitely go into a live-action news world, like kind of a news job after that, after a sports broadcasting, if you didn't like the sports broadcasting but wanted to stay in that kind of world. I thought, like, anything
skills
live.
translate?
Yeah, live
Okay.
broadcast still.
I'm going to say, and then we can kind of discuss it before we go to break here in a second, learning how to work on a team, like a broadcast team. I feel even if you want to go into doing music videos, you're going to have a team of, lighting people, sound people, all kinds of stuff like that. If you're going into news, you're going to have a team, producer, director, all that. So do you think those types of skills, learning how to deal with a team, is transferable? No?
Definitely. No, yeah, I think so for sure.
It's just as long
What
as
I
you
was
and
gonna
Emily aren't on
say-
the same team, that's, nothing will ever get done if you are.
What I was going to say is just like directing. It definitely helps with like learning how to, you're not like in charge of people, but just like being confident and making your own decisions and telling people what to do and that kind of thing. It was definitely a struggle at the beginning for me, but once you get used to it and you realize that it's not like a power play, it's just kind of like you're doing your own job. I think that's definitely transferable to other
that's a good point.
situations.
I think it definitely helps with communication skills in general.
Definitely.
Just kind of telling people like what's going on and what you need to do to fix what's going on, I guess.
Okay.
But, yeah.
All right. That's some great stuff. Hey, we're going to step away. We're going to be back in just a minute, close things up a little bit, say our final goodbyes. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Come on down to Bodie's on Pine and experience a Warrensburg staple. Need a break from the stress of papers and exams? We have dancing and live music from some of the hottest bands in the area. Want to showcase your hidden musical talents? We have karaoke with the $4 Wells every Wednesday night. We're open Wednesday through Saturday, 7 p.m. to 1:30 a.m. Also come see us for all of your fraternity and sorority parties or socials or casual get-togethers. Bodie's has been a staple in Warrensburg since 1976. That's Bodie's at 126 West Pine Street in downtown Warrensburg.
All right, welcome back. It has been so fun doing this podcast. I've really enjoyed it. Hopefully you all at home have learned a thing or two, maybe a few things to do, maybe a few things not to do, whatever the case may be. I've greatly enjoyed it. I've enjoyed all of the students who've partake, and not only this side, but the other side. We have Bryan, Kenny, and Cass. I think Cass has done a couple episodes in here. Bryan and Kenny were never on mic. Dylan said they had a face for radio or something. I didn't remember exactly what it was he said. But no, anyway, it takes a good group to put on something like this, and we definitely did a great job. I'm going to miss this. Are you going to miss doing this, River?
I think so.
I'm
You
going
think
to miss
so?
it a
Okay.
lot.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
kind of a different
definitely.
experience.
Yeah,
Never done
it was
something
so
like
fun.
this. It's
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Yeah.
Does this push you to want to do your own podcast? Like
No.
River the Lumberjack podcast or something?
I can't just sit here and talk for
Where to
endless
buy your
hours.
Yeah.
I actually have started kind of my own podcast now,
Oh,
and I
really?
will
Shout
say
out.
that this has probably helped. This has helped out a lot.
Okay,
with it,
that's
yeah.
good. That's good. So
It
This
is
is your
not
time?
playing yet. We're not airing yet.
Okay.
We're not airing yet. But be in the lookout on the beat next semester.
okay, the
For-
Beat, the internet radio station, UCM's
What's it
internet
called?
radio
Yeah,
station.
Yeah, what's it called? What are we looking out for?
We're not giving that information out
Oh.
yet.
Oh, private. Okay.
It's called Buffalo
Confidential.
Wild Wings.
But you'll be ready. You'll see it when you know.
Oh,
You'll know when you
You'll
see it.
You'll know when you see it.
know.
Cut the cameras.
There you
Cut the
go.
cameras.
We'll cut that out.
Emily, you got any final words?
Peace and love.
That's
DMP.
it?
Wow.
Yep. Live, laugh, love.
Peace,
DMP.
love, and DMP.
Yep. I don't have a lot of words.
DMP.
You don't have a lot of words. You had a lot of words on the mic last night directing. My goodness. So,
That's different.
that's different?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's been a pleasure. I've enjoyed each and every one of you. I appreciate you all making this happen. This is something I've been wanting to do for a while. I don't know how many listeners we have. I don't really care because it's been a lot of fun for
My
me
mom
and hopefully for you
watches
as well.
it.
Your mom's watching. Hi, Emily's mom. So anyway, we appreciate you at home, Emily's mom, and whoever else is joining her watching this.
My dad.
Stay tuned. We might try to bring this back sometime just as a reunion tour. I don't know.
Reunion.
Anyway, take care at home.
After we
Remember, build a
graduate.
better broadcast,
That's funny.
teamwork, and have fun.
Live,
That's all I
laugh,
got to
love.
say. Live, laugh, love. broadcast. I don't know.
Boom.
See ya.